Ever since Below Deck washed ashore onto TV screens in July 2013, viewers have been invested in how Captain Lee Rosbach, and now, in Season 11, Captain Kerry Titheradge, would handle both the pressure of running another successful charter season and the yachts he pilots. Watch Below Deck on Bravo on Monday, February 5 at 9/8 C and next day on Peacock. Catch up on the Bravo app. After 10 years of Below Deck and more than 100 episodes of the Emmy-nominated reality show, the drama and scenic waters never get old. But the show almost never set sail. In an interview with The Daily Dish, executive producer Courtland Cox said that it was hard to find crew members to get on board for the first season. Initially, it was very hard to get yacht crew members to commit to doing the show because it was an unknown entity, he said. People didn't know what Below Deck was. But if people aren't aware by now, they should be. Any season of Below Deck will introduce you to charter guests with very unique personalities that you can only encounter on a mega yacht, make you fall in love with crew members who you can't help but to root for, and take you to places you've never been to before. Read on to learn about every single location in Below Deck history. Below Deck Season 1. Street. Martin Ben Robinson, C.J. LeBeau, Kathleen Held, Adrian Gang, David Bradbury, Alex Taldykin, Samantha Orme and Eddie Lucas of Below Deck Season 1. Photo. Justin Stevens, Bravo. The first episode in the first ever season of Below Deck franchise history started out in St. Martin, which is in the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean. This location made it convenient for guests who wanted to island hop. The mega yacht is the ultimate floating playground for the rich and famous, said second deckhand David Bradbury. Chartering a yacht for just a weekend costs more than your house. This season was the first to feature Yacht M.Y. Honor and introduce audiences to Captain Lee Rosbach, the fearless leader guiding Honor and hosting all of the charter guests, as well as Below Deck mainstay, Chef Ben Robinson. St. Martin served as the perfect backdrop for the crew to get to know each other, as they would go to clubs in between charters and get involved in romantic relationships with one another on and off the ship. Below Deck Season 2. British Virgin Islands. Kate Chastain, Eddie Lucas, Kelly Johnson, Ben Robinson, Kathleen Held, Andrew Sturby, Amy Johnson, Captain Lee Rosbach and Janice Entreveros of Below Deck Season 2. Photo. Tommy Garcia, Bravo. Captain Lee was next in charge of commanding the M.Y. Ohana around the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean in Season 2 of Below Deck, docking in the lovely British Virgin Islands. This was the first time a brother and sister served on the crew together, Kelly Johnson and Amy Johnson, and it was longtime Chief Steward Kate Chastain's debut working under Captain Lee. Luckily, Kate was able to prove that she knew how to run a tight ship throughout the season, even when things got a little rocky. Related. Below Deck producers on crew member secrets, difficult charter guests, and who pays for the yacht. The crew had to deal with outspoken and demanding charter guests, in addition to Season 1 Chief Stew, Adrian Gang, showing up as a charter guest and causing a bit of chaos. Hey, no one said that the British Virgin Islands were synonymous with smooth sailing. Below Deck Season 3. The Bahamas. The Below Deck Season 3 yacht, Eros. Photo. Bravo. New view, new crew. Captain Lee, Chief Stew Kate, and Bosun Eddie Lucas all made their return in Season 3, this time sailing around the Bahamas on M.Y. Eros. The Bahamas is such a unique chain of islands, Eddie said in Season 3 Episode 1, when the boat was docked in Abaco, Bahamas. The azure waters also served as a scenic backdrop for everything else that went down. The Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member, Cynthia Bailey, showed up as a charter guest, and 2 crew members took Captain Lee up on his favorite threat of offering them a ticket home with their tip payout, with Chef Ben having to come to the rescue in later episodes to pick up the pieces. Below Deck Season 4, U.S. Virgin Islands Captain Lee on Valor on Season 4 of Below Deck. Photo. Bravo Kate, Chef Ben, newly promoted Bosun Kelly Johnson, and Captain Lee found themselves docked in the U.S. Virgin Islands around Tortola at the start of Season 4. This time, the crew was aboard M.Y. Valor, and Kate could not have been happier. "This is like my dream interior," she said, when she got on the boat in Season 4, Episode 1. "I always enjoy working for Captain Lee," Kate added. "We know each other's quirks, we know each other's strengths, and he trusts me." Although Captain Lee wished that this would be the one charter season without a change in crew members, things got a little tense with senior deckhand, Trevor Walker, due to lack of respect, which led to his removal from the boat and Captain Lee sending for a replacement. Below Deck Season 5. St. Martin Kate Chastain, Brianna Adakai and Jennifer Howell on Below Deck Season 5. Photo. Bravo Captain Lee, Kate, and newly promoted lead deckhand, Nico Shawley, returned for Season 5 and headed back to the Caribbean and to St. Martin, where the first season was shot. "Oh, to be back in the Caribbean," Kate said in Season 5, Episode 1. "I am excited." Related. Where to watch and stream Below Deck, but there was a bit of a learning curve for the crew to get over. Although they were back on board M.Y. Valor, this was Captain Lee's most green crew yet, with the majority of the deckhands and stewards, besides the returning members, having minimal experience. Below Deck Season 6. Tahiti Below Deck Season 6. Photo. Bravo in the 6th season, Captain Lee got to say goodbye to the Caribbean and hello to Tahiti for a much-welcomed change of pace from the past 5 yachting seasons. "Tahiti is gorgeous," Kate said in Season 6, Episode 1. "I feel like I've stepped back into a land before time." This location change was in the wake of Hurricane Irma, which devastated the Caribbean in 2017. "It's going to take them a while to recover from it," Captain Lee said in Episode 1, this time steering M.Y. Sienna. "Tahiti has been on my bucket list for years and years. And while we're all pulling and we all stand behind the Caribbean, we are really excited to be chartering here this season." But a change of location proved to be a bit difficult, mainly with new weather, new waters, and a gorgeous, lush location to get adjusted to. Still, Captain Lee and Kate, who were the only returning crew members, were able to make do, even with an all-new crew and brand-new chef. Below Deck Season 7. Phuket, Thailand Season 7 found Captain Lee, his trusty chief Stu, Kate, and returning bosun, Ashton Pinar, in Thailand, which was a brand-new territory and waters for all 3 of them. "I am so excited to be in Thailand," Kate said in Season 7, Episode 1. "This has been a bucket list item for years." "The scenery in Thailand is just massively impressive," Captain Lee added. Again, they found themselves aboard M.Y. Valor, which was like riding a bike, Kate noted, but with a whole new crew. Luckily, the turquoise-blue waters and lush environment surrounding them helped with dissipating any new season jitters and getting adjusted to the extreme heat outside. But, at the end of Season 7, viewers said goodbye to Kate. Below Deck Season 8. Antigua Captain Lee on Below Deck Season 8. Photo. Bravo Season 8 saw the return of Captain Lee and Bosun, Eddie, who had appeared on the first 3 seasons, to both the M.Y. Sienna and the Caribbean, with the crew docking the boat off the coast of Antigua. Of course, Captain Lee was excited. "It's been years since I've been in the Caribbean, and I miss the hell out of it," he said in Season 8, Episode 1. White sandy beaches, crystal blue water. It's like putting on your favorite pair of blue jeans. It's like going home again. Related. Kate Chastain explains how her life has changed the most since becoming a mom, but home isn't always where the heart is. Viewers were introduced to new, no-nonsense chef Rachel Hargrove, detail-oriented chief Stu, Francesca Ruby, and a relatively green crew. But the charter season was cut short when the COVID-19 pandemic started spreading across the world, leaving Captain Lee and the crew unsure of the future. Below Deck Season 9. St. Kitts Eddie Lucas on Below Deck Season 8. Photo. Bravo St. Kitts is like absolute paradise, Eddie said in Season 9, Episode 1, returning after getting promoted to first mate at the end of Season 8. It seems untouched, wild, exotic, volcanic, explosive. And this season certainly started off with a bang. Captain Lee had a delay getting to the ship, and sent in a replacement, Captain Sean, to steer the M.Y. Sienna for the first 2 episodes. But even with that hiccup, returning chef Rachel was still able to knock out some innovative meals while the rest of the new crew figured out their feelings for one another while trying to keep their guests as happy as possible. Below Deck Season 10. St. Lucia Captain Lee on Below Deck Season 10. Photo. Bravo Season 10 started out with a new yacht, M.Y. Street. David, and a brand new location in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, for the Below Deck crew. Luckily, it was one of Captain Lee's favorites places to sail. Street. Lucia is the most beautiful island in the Caribbean, Captain Lee said in Season 10 Episode 1. It's green from beach, all the way up to the top. And it's lush. It's straight out of a postcard. And it's just like, wow. Related. The Below Deck Captains. A complete list, but Season 10 also started off with a brand new array of challenges, including a medical issue for Captain Lee, which forced him to leave the season for a few charters. He was temporarily replaced by Below Deck Mediterranean's Captain Sandy Yan. This season also saw the crew figure out how to meet the demands of guests and figure out their relationships with one another, all while attempting to navigate the large interior of the Saint. David. In the words of Captain Lee, it had all of the makings of a shish tea sandwich. But, thanks to their fearless leader, the crew was able to make it through and complete yet another successful charter season.